Hello, everybody.
Howdy, and here we are with another installment for the Octoberfest.
More shrinkage.
Yes, and just to be clear, for those that think I might be drinking root beer, really, guys?
We don't drink sodas.
Really? Root beer? Come on, you guys should know me better than that by now.
Soda's really bad for you.
Yeah, I don't drink. I can't even tell you the last time I had a soda. Yeah.
Gotta love those implosions. And I want to thank Faye for the slot machine, governing body slot machine, because it isn't just more shrinkage and properties going up for sale and nail and coffin. This is going to be a long one, guys, because it is also money. And we know with the recent lawsuit they lost in Montana, they're going to need $35 million.
Yeah. But before we get into all of that, we have another clip that we would like to show everybody just to let you know that Watchtower is getting into the Oktoberfest spirit. So I guess let's play that clip, and then we have a couple of things that we want to talk about.
But like I've been telling others, and this is a fact, the homosexuals that are designing these clothes, they like you in tight pants. That's who likes it, not spiritual people.
Now, I want to thank the person that sent that to us because it was taken right inside the German Bethel branch. And Garrett Loesch of the governing body was in the audience.
Hey, Garrett, how'd you like those tight pants there, buddy, old pal?
Hey, maybe it was Garrett Loesch that leaked us the video. Hey, thanks, Brother
Thanks,
Loesch.
Garrett. Yeah, thanks. But, you know, I find this hypocritical, and perhaps this is the reason why a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses are waking up, because you know when Kim and I was a J-Dub, we used to have these little costume parties, and you know, I get dressed up as a cowboy, you got dressed up as a saloon hooker, but you know, that's just the way it went. And it was guys, JWs dressed up as the Blues Brothers and whatever costume, Smurfs, yeah, whatever
they
costume
got in trouble for that one
that you can think of, and publicly from the platform we got chastised because, you know, the elders said, really, brothers and sisters, can you imagine the Israelites getting dressed up like the Egyptians and going to an Egyptian party?
Yeah, this picture was on Facebook. It is the Bible Character Party in St. Petersburg, Florida. And they're dressed like Egyptians. Imagine that.
So the hypocrisy that Watchtower is perpetrating right now is going a long way in waking people up to the, well, to the hypocrisy. Exactly.
Yes.
So, shall we get on with the name calling?
Yes.
Okay, so let's do the names.
Okay, now first I want to say that this is not all the names I have gotten. I've only gotten through about half of the emails I got. So keep them coming, guys, and we'll be doing another video real soon with some more names. We have 70 names today,
yes,
and 23 old-timers.
Cool.
All right, so first we want to start with a family of 8 in the green.
Right here.
Okay, this is Terry. The parents, the 3 daughters, and 1 husband, and 2 granddaughters. So there's 8, family of 8.
Right here.
Okay, then we have a family of 4 in the yellow.
Right
okay,
here.
This is Yida, Alex Sr., Alex Jr., and Matt. Okay, and then we have 3 blue.
Get this turned so we can see it. These 3 blue
Getting
ones
dark.
right here.
Okay, this is Amelia Molina, which is a mother, a daughter, and then a friend that I didn't get the initials for. Okay, then we have 2 purple. This is for Lily and Herman. I thought that was cute, you know, the Munsters.
Yeah, the Munsters, yeah. Hey, welcome to your freedom, Munsters.
Okay, then we've got 3 red. DJCS, LCS, and GAS. Using their initials. Okay, then we got 3 light green. This is for Chris, Ron, and Jason. And then we've got 4 fuchsia, I believe.
Yep.
Okay, this is for Terry, 2 daughters, and 1 son. Okay, and then we got 4 orange. This should be for Mason, Amanda, Eli, and Lila. Okay, then we have 4 clear green. This is AM in Belgium, and then his 3 kids.
Cool.
Okay, then we got 4 clear purple.
Yep.
Okay, this is a couple with her sister and son.
Nice.
SD, MS, AM, and the son. Okay, then we got 5 blue. This is for R, J, L, N, and J. Okay, then we got 2 red.
Right here.
That is for David and Linda. Love it when these families all come out together. And we've got a few stories to read too. All right, should be 2 yellow.
Mm-hmm.
AY and LY. 2 light green.
Yep.
Jim and Penny. Okay, then we've got a bunch of single pins here.
So we're going to dance around a little bit with the white and back up in here. So
Okay, so let's start with the white in the W.
yeah, I'm going to start right here, guys.
Brenda, Keith, Deborah, Rob, Ian, and Bonnie. Hi, sweetie. Okay. Hudson, who has a son on the way that he said won't grow up in the cult.
Make sure he gets educated, so you need to start putting away some money now. Because it's not cheap.
I know it. Then we're going to go over to light blue.
Okay.
This is for Stephen.
Yeah.
Okay, then we're going to go back to the white. We got CR, RW, Angela, VM, and then we're going to go over to a dark green.
I've lost my place on the white, so you just got to have to figure out where you're at next.
TS, dark green.
What I'll do is I'll just point to the W. Here it is.
You're in the W. Mikey gets lost. Okay, back to the W. Holly Ann. And then someone that just wants to be known as Free because
Cool.
they just woke up. Okay. Sue Ann just left. Okay, then we're going to go to the black.
Right here.
Yeah. JC. And then we're going to go back to the green.
This one right here.
Jeannie. Then back to the white.
Somewhere in here now.
It's Frank. Well, it should be the last white you put in.
Right
So,
there. Yeah.
Frank.
Yep.
And then back to the red should
Up
be
here.
Warren.
So many color choices.
Okay, we got some old timers here.
Yes. Hold on. I gotta wet my whistle for this occasion.
Drink beer on your own time.
You just don't want the beer going warm, you know. It's Octoberfest, for crying out loud.
Well, don't they drink warm beer? Or is that England?
You know what? I don't care who drinks warm beer. This boy don't drink warm beer. That's all there is to that, guys. I just don't do it.
Wow. Okay, the old timers. RI. This is actually a family of 5. NH, AH, and BH.
A family
Of 5.
Wow.
Yep. A couple. Kevin and Abigail. Okay, now the CR that we put his pin in, this is his brother and sister that have been out for a while, so it's CR and AP. Okay, and a couple with a sister and her hubby, so it's Kent, Joyce. You got a little ahead of me there.
I did, didn't I?
Marilyn and Randy. Okay, and then we got Leah, Justin B., Roy, Joe, Janice, Dawn, Timothy, Trudy, Rebecca, and JR.
Nice.
Okay, I think that is everybody. Like I said, 70 names and 23 old-timers.
And some of you may have already noticed there's a red heart right here. We had a special request from somebody who was not a Jehovah's Witness but was studying and quit their studying. Do I have that correct, dear?
Yes.
So that heart represents that person in particular, and from here on out, let's just make it represent those
that studied but never went through, got sucked in, clear to baptism.
Yeah.
You know, the smart ones.
Yeah, and, quite honestly, that has a lot to do with the internet and the research that people are doing and finding ex-Jehovah's Witnesses on YouTube.
Well, I have her email here that will get right from her own words.
Perfect.
Amantha Rose. I was super interested in the JW religion, so I researched it to the deepest depth and found many abominations. Number one, I had to explain that as a Christian, I do not have the authority to allow a group of men and anonymous publishers to replace Jesus and his teachings.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Riddle me this, JW. The only way to allow the body to lead from God is to break up the Trinity. How do you do that without taking away my Messiah? Call me pagan one more time and I'll show you how true Christians love their enemies. Christians don't give ground, we take ground. Mike and Kim, if you follow the thought, draw 2 hearts on your coffin for my daughter and me. We decided to stay with the teachings of Jesus Christ and follow our Father's commandments.
Yeah, well,
awesome.
We just put the 1 heart there.
Yeah, because that's going to represent all of them from here on out. Okay, my goodness.
Now, I do want to read this one from, do I say his name? Because, well, it's just self-explanatory. Hi, Mike and Kim. I'm usually on your YouTube channel, comments as John Freeman. I would like you to do a pin for me under my real name when you can. The recent demands from the Borg to sign the data over to Watchtower and JW.org to do with as they choose has pushed me and the elders to the red line. I returned the form to the congregation secretary with a short letter stating that as I have known the elders for many years, I trust them with my data. However, I said I do not trust Watchtower, JW.org, considering their bad record in court. When I took wife to meeting last week, I was confronted by 3 elders, one demanding a shepherding call with the CO, the other 2 trying to persuade me to sign or you will no longer exist as far as the congregation is concerned.
That sounds like blackmail to me.
That's right. I have reported this to the UK Data Protection people and the UK Charity Commission. So put a pin in for me and my wife. For me, my wife is still JW. I am almost faded out. I'll keep my secret name on YouTube for now. Hope you guys get this. I first commented on your YouTube channel to defend Watchtower 4 years ago. Now I'm with you. God bless. Welcome to your freedom.
Welcome to your freedom, everyone.
Yes, this is awesome. This is the effect we're having, especially when we can take clips from Watchtower and turn the narrative against them because, well, Kim and I were JWs for 40 years and we know what the narrative has been and we can see how Watchtower is changing that narrative to fit the circumstances. But, some of the old folks just are not agreeable with that no more.
Yeah, exactly. And I know this isn't the first one that refuses to sign this release form for their data to go to Watchtower. Well, the thing is if they if the courts succeed in getting all of Watchtower's records, that means all of the records will go to this court and they'll have, your name and everything. Well, what if the government demands these records and your information is in the government and then they decide to go after Watchtower and a band like in Russia,
they know who everybody is.
Goodness, they have your name and address and they'll show up at any time. This is scary times. It really is. Now this guy, his name is Brad. Thank you, sweetie. He was an unbaptized publisher and he tried to fade about 20 years ago but lived with the belief that JW still had the truth. Then, of course, he started watching videos and JW Facts, you guys, and a lot of other research came to be heard about a year ago when they told me I had to leave my partner and kids because we were never married. I have stopped and told the elder what I thought about him. I will never be going back and now I am free. So you can include him on that little red heart because he's never going back. My goodness. Like I said, we got a lot of stuff here to cover. Okay, now this is from Matilda, and she says, sorry, just a correction. Now, we had mentioned in our last video that there were 3 congregations closed in Melbourne, Australia, Blackburn, Keysborough, and Hastings. And I removed one of the pins from our coffin lid because she says, sorry, just a correction. 2 congregations no longer exist, Blackburn and Hastings, and 2 kingdom halls are going. One sold for 1.3 million Australian dollars. That is about 930,000 US dollars. And
now that's just a little short of the 34 million they need to pay the victims up in Montana, huh?
Well, you guys stay tuned after we say goodbye at the end because I've got a little short video of me going to the UK property Watchtower Properties website showing all of the properties that are going to be going up. It's almost like they have to come up with a bunch of cash, huh?
Well, like I said before in previous videos, this is what happens when a corporation is financially struggling. They consolidate.
Yeah.
And that's what Watchtower's doing.
Okay, now I don't know if I can say this person's name because, they still associate with witnesses and of course they get the information from them. So I'm just going to say that it was announced at the meeting last Sunday that Green Bay, Wisconsin lost their contract for the district assembly in Green Bay for next year. We met there for years. When we were living up there, that's where we would go. They would actually meet in, I think it was like a basketball gym or something, auditorium, arena, across the street from Lambeau Field. Because at least that's what I remember when we went.
Yep.
We met there for years, and then Madison for years lost that contract, and then back in Green Bay for the last several years. I asked her where they will be going for district assemblies now, and she didn't know. So I'm curious what happened.
Us too, since that's where we used to go when we lived in Wisconsin.
Yeah, exactly. Now, someone sent us this information, and I'm sorry, I forgot to write it on my sheet. The convention in 2018 in Cardiff. The attendance was nearly 8,000. Assigned is 8,304. 4% are missing. Guess how many were baptized?
4, 5.
That's not too bad. 21. Non-convention baptisms, like local assembly baptism, 16. Total annual baptisms, 37. That's not a lot for a year.
No.
Let's see.
But hey, I guess it still lets Watchtower qualify it as growing by leaps and bounds, right?
Yeah, but look at how many were disfellowshipped. 80.
Wow, yeah.
With only 32 reinstated. I'd like to talk to those 32.
Yeah, I would also.
So the growth count is minus 14%. Compared to population, 3.24% the growth in real terms. So, this was interesting, some figures. Now this was someone that was a nail in the coffin. It was a family, and this brought tears to my eyes. And it says, "Hi guys, I'm a big fan. Here's my brief story. I'm a 29-year-old male. I'm not going to say where they're from. I was born in and baptized at 15. I woke up almost exactly a year ago and stopped going. His wife said she was going to leave him and take their 2-year-old son with her. Fortunately, that never happened, and within a few months, she started asking me questions. I'm proud to say that shortly before our daughter was born in July of this year, my wife told me that our daughter won't be raised in the truth. It was truly one of the happiest moments of my life." Us too.
Yes.
We're just happy to hear this.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that is the person that doesn't want to be known that sent us the footage for the
Video.
tight pants, guess. Yeah, he just says.
No, it was Loesch. Yeah, see that? It was Loesch that sent us that. Yeah,
Thank you,
see,
Garrett.
Loesch. Thank you, Garrett.
Yeah. I took that video footage myself, and many people there know me. But it was footage from a recent visit of Loesch to the German branch. So, thank you, Garrett. Appreciate that.
Hey, I'll drink to that.
Okay. Now this is the person adding to the Cardiff, Wales. Okay, it was in Wales. The JW growth now in decline. Then he mentions baptisms are discouraging low. Now I remember conventions. My goodness, there used to be, hundreds, like a whole congregation.
I don't remember that.
Like 100 baptized.
I don't remember. My memory's fading now
Yeah.
with Watchtower.
Okay. And it says, and circuit overseers have been primed to deal with assemblies where there are no baptisms.
Now, we also have it from a very reliable source. We're not going to name the source right now. Perhaps in time this person will do it themselves. But if the circuit of overseers are being primed to deal with situations, I wonder if they're being primed to deal with this little tidbit, because, come on, Watchtower, do you really think that the friends that are still left behind are not going to notice this? I mean, do you really think your people are that stupid?
So thank you, sweetie, for leaking this to us. And we are not going to leak it back to you because we don't want to get you all in trouble. But in a European country, the elders are being told in their meetings to quietly, when no one else is around, but to quietly sneak and remove a few chairs from the congregation and rearrange them to make it look like they're not as empty. So those of you who are still going, count your chairs in your Kingdom Hall and then do a count every once in a while and see if there isn't some chairs missing, because these elders are being told to take just a few chairs and take them home. And, just so it looks like it's not quite as empty.
I'm sorry, I just can't help but laugh and mock the insanity that Watchtower thinks they're actually going to get away with this. I mean, honestly, they think they're going to get away. Hey, let's take out 2 or 3 chairs this week, and next month let's take out another 2 or 3, and oh my God, we're growing by leaps and bounds. Look at our chairs are full once again.
I thought you would find that humorous. Now I had to go to a better system because my handwriting on a Post-it note just ain't cutting it. I can't read my own handwriting most of the times, especially with my lists, when they're really messy and crossed out and all of this. So I had to go to a better system.
So are we getting ready to do this
So
now?
we're going to do this.
Okay, we're going to start right here. And how many? I'm not going to point out every single pin, but it starts from right here. I'm going to show you where it's going to go, guys. From here, all the way across here, and all the way down here.
There's 44
right
pins in here.
44 congregations and or kingdom halls.
And I want to thank everybody so much who has been sending me this information.
Your response has been super fantastic.
Love it. Like I said, I've only been through about half of the emails, and I promise I will still work on them this next week. Okay. South Wales I think it's Bargoed. It's Bargoed in the UK.
No, let's get that. It's South Wales, not Wales. South Wales.
I said South Wales.
No, see that's that Southwest accent that's going to confuse everybody. It's South Wales. See, as soon as Kim gets another video that I did, about 2 weeks ago, with some more drumming, it's going to explain the whole accent thing that I'm referring to right now. That's how busy she's been doing this. And okay, look, guys, I'm being honest. Okay, we've done three videos since the last nail in the coffin, and she ain't had time to edit them yet.
No.
It's just a little private joke between her and I.
Well, everybody else is included in that too.
Yeah.
You know, look at the person that sent me an email. What was it, in September? And he says, Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Wanted to make sure we got it on time.
Yeah, you know, August, September, he says, Merry Christmas. Or, you know, so
Keep coming, guys.
Glad everybody finds that humorous. Okay, the next one is Windsor Slough, England, Kingdom Hall sold, 4 congregations displayed. Did I pronounce that one right?
Displayed or displaced?
Windsor Slough.
Yeah, but it's not displayed, it's displaced. You know, I think you need some of the beer.
Displaced.
There you go.
Are you making fun of my accent?
I just might be.
You want to start that argument that we've been having for the past 39 years, whether it's pecan or pecan?
No, ma'am.
Okay, Hastings, Australia. Only 30 publishers. Congregation was only 8 years old. Now this is funny because this next is because of expansion of the society. You know?
Right.
Yeah. Okay, Adelaide, South Australia, regional kingdom halls going up for sale. Lobethal, Woodside, and Craigmore. I know, I'm probably slaughtering it. While the Seduna and Cummings Kingdom Halls are closing down. So that's 5. Okay, now some of these I actually have real estate listing pictures. This is great because this is in Albuquerque on our stomping grounds.
Yeah. We know where this Kingdom Hall is at, guys.
501 San Clemente, Albuquerque, New Mexico Kingdom Hall was started at $425,000. It's been marked down to $419,000, and it's off the market right now. So we don't know if it's sold or if they just took it off the market. But I mean, they reduced it by, $6,000. So they keep lowering the price. Okay. 312 Unser Boulevard in Rio Rancho finally sold. Now that one was the old Kingdom Hall.
Right.
And they put it up for sale when they built the new one right in front of the Miras there in Rio Rancho.
The one that blocked Jim's view.
Yeah, that one.
Yep.
But this one finally sold, we think, for $849,000 because that's what it was listed for.
So what's that been, like 3 or 4 years that they're sitting on these properties?
4 or 5 years it's taken to sell.
Without selling the property? Yeah.
So you guys start adding this up, of the money here. And that one, like I said, just sold. And we heard that from witnesses. They were really happy. And it was listed for $849,000. Okay. 2237 Sherwood Avenue, Tarboro, North Carolina. Just sold for $275,000. 4950 Williams Road, Benbrook, Texas. Kingdom Hall up for sale. Was $455,000, just reduced to $425,000.
Hey, Watchtower, really, I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing with you.
No, you're not. You're laughing at them.
Hey, cheers, Watchtower. Good Lord.
Okay, now this was an article that was in the Jamaica paper. And that's a picture of the building right there. I love this article. A cash crunch is forcing the Jehovah's Witnesses Church in Jamaica to join its colleagues around the world in offloading some of its real estate as part of cost-saving measures. You guys are going to love this one. The church is selling some of its larger temples and other buildings as it tries to operate from smaller, less expensive, and easier to maintain facilities. One large temple located on Cowper Drive. Now, I don't know if this is an assembly hall or a kingdom hall. I know, you're just busting a gut here.
Watchtower, honestly, I'm laughing with you, not at you.
They're not laughing.
Well, that's the irony of all of this.
Okay, so one large temple located on Cowper Drive close to Washington Boulevard in St. Andrew is among the properties on sale, and sources says the religious group is asking $45 million for the property. 4 other auditoriums on Ellitson Road and Gilchrist Street in East Kingston, one in Waterhouse and one in Augusttown, St. Andrew, are also up for sale. And then it goes into the high overheads. But yeah, this was on the Jamaica-Gleaner.com. And you can do Jehovah's Witnesses. Wow. Okay, so that was 4 right there, right? 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay, the Lowell congregation in Grand Rapids, Michigan, USA. It was deleted a year ago, September, and the hall will be sold off. And I heard there are possibly 2 or 3 more that have been deleted and congregations consolidated to other areas as well. And like they say, Grand Rapids is a decent-sized city, and there might be more.
Yeah. See, this is the effectiveness of the internet, and in particular, once again, YouTube.
Yeah. Now, I know it's not the beer, but he's going to be laughing about this one.
I'm sure.
Okay. Elizabethtown, Essex, E-S-S-E-X County. I believe this is New York. And this is an article from The Sun. And county purchases Jehovah's Witness building. So the Essex County will buy the Kingdom Hall for offices. And they just paid $165,000 for the Kingdom Hall. So the county building's going to be expanding, and they bought the Kingdom Hall. So there's another Kingdom Hall sold. Now, the next one, you can find it on YouTube. It's Boonville, Missouri, USA. And there's a video about it. Now, we mentioned it, I'm thinking like a year or 2 in one of our other nail and coffins. But we didn't have the nail and coffin at that time. So we went ahead and put them in, the coffin lid.
This is what we're still dealing with, all of these right here.
Yeah, so we mentioned it a long time ago, and then somebody sent us the link and say, hey, here's this one. It's like, oh yeah, that's right. We mentioned that, on a previous one, but we didn't put a pin in the coffin lid. Okay, now a YouTuber by the name of Dutchman Logger, thank you, sweetie. He helped build this Kingdom Hall, and he does a video, and he's talking about how surprised he was that it was up for sale. And this is Brownsville, California. All right. Oh, you're going to love this one. Hindu group buys Jehovah's Witness Kingdom Hall at Embleton. And this is, I believe, Australia.
Well, I find this one funny because, Watchtower doesn't practice any interfaith, but they don't give a damn who they sell the Kingdom Halls to.
Oh, of course not. Okay, so I've got the article on this one. And it's this, property right here. You probably can't see that. But it is Perth, Australia.
So let me just get this straight. So they dedicate the building to Jehovah, the only true God in the universe, and then they sell it to a Hindu group that's going to probably dedicate it to the Hindu god
Buddha.
Shiva or Buddha. Buddha. There you go.
Yeah, Hindu would be Shiva.
Shiva, Buddha, whatever it is. But the point being is that this Kingdom Hall that was dedicated to Jehovah is now going to get dedicated to what Jehovah's Witnesses would consider a false god.
I wonder how their God Jehovah feels like them selling his building. Because they dedicate it to him and give it to him.
They dedicate
and
it to him.
they turn around and sell his building?
They sell Jehovah's building to a false god, people.
Okay.
This is what's waking up Jehovah's Witnesses, because they're hearing this, they're hearing the mocking, they're hearing the laughter, but yet they're saying, yeah, wait a tick. Why would we dedicate a building to Jehovah, the only true God, and then
Pay for it?
Yeah, pay for it, free labor, and then sell it to another religious group that's going to dedicate it to a false god?
Oh, there's more kingdom halls that were sold to other religions.
Well, I understand that, but
Yeah.
the irony.
I know. Well, we've got a lot. Okay. This site changed hands for $2,175,000 plus GST. So I don't know what that is. It must be an added fee or something like that. But what's interesting is when you go over to the second page, actually down at the bottom of this article, and this is at the www.propertyobserver.com, Australia, commercial investment. Just type in Jehovah's Witnesses, you'll find it. Following the sale of the church site, LJ Hooker Commercial Perth, that they sold for the 2.1 million Australian dollars, this real estate office has now been appointed to sell a second Jehovah's Witness Kingdom Hall at 44-46 Chelsea Court in Dianella. Yeah. And I've got the listing for that, but there's no price on it. You have to inquire about the price. But it's approved as a place of worship. All right. Now, we got an assembly hall in Indianapolis, Indiana, U.S. Kind of looks like a Mason temple, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Yep.
Thought you'd recognize that. Yeah. Okay, this is at 12th Street in Delaware in Indianapolis, Indiana. Assembly hall sold to a mega church, listed, we don't know what it sold for, but it was listed for $2.9 million. And this church had to renovate it and is spending another $2 million to renovate it.
So they took another building that was dedicated to Jehovah and sold it to another religious group that's turned it into a megachurch.
It's a mega church. Now,
Wow.
what's interesting about this is the Jehovah's Witnesses bought this in 1978. And it says the building has been on the market since 2012.
Oh, wow.
So that's how long they've been trying to sell this assembly hall, and it was originally listed for $2.9 million. So like I said, we don't know how much it actually sold for, but that's how much it originally was listed for. Because a lot of times they don't have the price of what, the final price of what people paid for it. Okay, 4-6 Park Street, Boodle, Merseyside, UK. Now this Kingdom Hall wasn't sold, it had to be auctioned off.
Oh, God.
And it was auctioned off May 25th, 2017, and sold to the LDS Church for
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't see that one coming.
It should have.
So now we have another building that was dedicated to Jehovah, the only true God in the universe, to the Latter-day Saints, who's going to, renovate it and worship their false god in it, according to Watchtower, that is.
But they sold it to the LDS Church for £70,000. That's not much for a Kingdom Hall, is it?
I wouldn't think so, no.
Okay.
Hey, see, there again, they don't care who they sell it to. False religion, true religion, no religion, they don't care. Because you Jehovah's Witnesses got to realize that it's your blood, sweat, and tears that went into building these kingdom halls.
And money.
They are now benefiting from your free labor. They're raking in the bucks off of your backs.
Yeah. Okay, at number 1805 Lapeer Road in Flint, Michigan, USA, a Kingdom Hall sold. 4 congregations affected and moved. Mott Park, Bel Air, Keller, and the 4th is unknown. Yeah. She says there are no Spanish locations in the city of Flint, And the 1805 Lapeer Road location was the one that had 15 cars in the parking lot. That's not very much.
No.
Okay, now this one is interesting. The Ensenada, Baja California, Mexico dissolved and the congregation moved to another kingdom hall because the elders are all under investigation. You didn't see that one coming, did you?
Investigation for what?
She says,
Wow. For wrongdoing.
yeah, she says, but I think Jesus is kicking ass. Reminds you of Achan, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Pueblo, Colorado, USA, 2 to 3 congregations merging, and they weren't exactly sure, how many, but they heard that it was the Belmont and possibly Mesa that congregation that are merging into others. So maybe if somebody is in the Pueblo, Colorado area, they can let us know for sure. But we do know it's 2 or 3 congregations. Yeah. Okay, Berkeley, NSW, Australia. It has been sold sometime in the last 6 to 12 months. It is now being used as a mosque.
Sorry, Watchtower. This time I'm laughing at you.
Don't know how many congregations this has affected.
Hey, Watchtower, how do you like Octoberfest?
I'm sure they're hating it. Hated it. Okay. North 4777 Elm Street in Rio, Wisconsin, U.S. The Faith Bible Church bought this Kingdom Hall for $195,000.
I'm sorry, Watchtower. This is just like, I swear to God. I mean, I'm sitting here thinking, why are we spending so much money on ink showing pictures of Kingdom Halls? I'm thinking, honey, we can't afford the ink that you're spending. I mean, guy, look, Watchtower, really, this is color.
Because Kimmy's old printer broke down and I had to buy a new one, and I got one of, they call them a super tank, which means instead of just the little ink cartridges, anybody who does a lot of printing, I highly recommend them. The quality isn't quite as, pristine, but no, I'm not doing an advertisement here, but I'm just saying if you do a lot of printing and you get it by a bottle of ink, and the bottle is only $13. And I bought this printer, about 2 months ago, I think it was, and I haven't even used half of my ink. So yeah, I can print these up and show everybody. And I think it's great for a visual aid because it's going to go in my file.
Absolutely.
Yes. Okay, the Fairfield, Iowa, Southeast Iowa Kingdom Hall sold. Now what's interesting about this, oops. All right. I also wanted to let you know that the congregation we all attended when I quit was in Fairfield, Iowa. It has been dissolved about 2 years ago and the Kingdom Hall sold. The property was donated by a member of the congregation. Guess they need all the money they can get to pay all those lawsuits that keep coming in.
Yep, exactly.
And coming up, I believe, November, December, they're going to start the hearings in Canada for that $66 million lawsuit.
Yep.
So, guys better start putting more properties up for sale.
Liquidating. I'm telling you guys, they're done. You cannot be a worldwide religious entity like Watchtower and hide the amount of child sex abuse that they've been hiding for decades and think that you can get off scot-free.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I said, after we say goodbye, watch the video I did of the website of the UK properties for sale, because there's more going up for sale in 2019. But it's apartment houses, they're mansions, houses. I was really surprised at how many houses, mansions, Watchtower owns in the UK. Yeah. I mean, that's what's surprising.
Well, see, and the thing is what we also have to recognize, too, just to interject this, is that the entire face of activism is changing. See, even when Kim and I first woke up, the whole child sexual abuse thing was just a small part of everybody's narrative. It was more about showing Watchtower's flip-flop doctrines, the things that, that we all recognize today as complete and utter bullshit. But that narrative, if anybody's really been paying attention, that narrative is quickly changing from the Watchtower bullshit to the child sexual abuse.
Yeah.
And we can thank the Australian Royal Commission and everybody's strength for putting your faces in front of the camera and saying, I was a victim also.
Yeah.
So we have to recognize that things are changing right before our very eyes with Watchtower.
Yeah. All right, the Bagshot congregation dissolved in Chertsey, Kingdom Hall closed and have to go share with another congregation. And I'm not sure if that is the UK or Australia. Didn't specify. Okay, Mount Carmel, Illinois. Kingdom Hall closed and all moved to Bridgeport, Illinois. Okay. Guys are going to love this one. Paris, Arkansas, Kingdom Hall sold. Now this is right from the jw.org website. You see that green arrow right there? That's where Paris, Arkansas is. There's no other Kingdom Halls close by. The nearest one is 30 miles away. So I would imagine they're not too happy about driving 60 miles round trip.
Well, can you imagine on the trip home how boring it's going to be? Hey, honey, what did you get out of the meeting today?
Well, we had,
you've got to fill 30 minutes.
well, when we lived up in the, UP area,
up in the Wisconsin area, yeah.
Up there, don't you know? We had what, 25 mile drive?
About a 25-mile drive.
Yeah, it was so boring. We actually had to talk to one another.
Yeah, we actually talked about mundane things. Like, hey, honey, what are you planning for lunch today? And you know what her response usually was? Well, whatever you decide to make.
Yep. Okay. I didn't have a picture on this one, but Bartow, Florida, U.S., the Kingdom Hall sold to the Bible Baptist Church.
I'm sorry, guys. I just see the humor when Watchtower dedicates a building to Jehovah and has no foresight or care or whatever selling it to another religion. They don't care where the money comes from as long as they get the goddamn money.
Okay. Kingdom Hall up for sale. 159 Nigel Rise, Dedridge, Livingston, UK. West Lothian. The Kingdom Hall just sold for £100,000. Okay. Braiding Road Ride, RYDE, UK. Kingdom Hall sold. 59A Bridge Street, Morpeth, UK. Kingdom Hall sold. 823 Whitney Avenue, Northwest, Roanoke, Virginia. Kingdom Hall just sold, and I'm sure you see that big old cross and say, well, that can't be a Kingdom Hall. Well, yeah, because it was just sold to the New Harvest Family Church.
Guys, I'm sorry, but I just can't help but
He's
laugh
having way
at
too
this
much
because
fun.
this is like ridiculous. Here again, another building that was dedicated to Jehovah now has a pagan cross on it.
Wow.
Desperation. This screams desperation because see, Watchtower doesn't care where the money comes from now. It can come from a false religion. They don't care.
They just need the money.
They need the money. That's how much this organization is drowning in debt.
Okay, 347 Route 512 in Washington Park, Pennsylvania, U.S. The Kingdom Hall's for sale, $430,000. We think it just sold because we can't find the listing has suddenly disappeared off of the real estate's website. So we think it just sold. So we don't know for sure how much it sold for, but it was listed for $430,000. But 2 congregations are displaced: Mount Bethel and Rosetto. Oy vey. Okay. That's that. Okay, Milford, Connecticut was closed August of 2018. So this is really recent. The congregation of 70 to 80 was dissolved and sent to attend Woodmont and Stratford congregations. This Kingdom Hall was built on donated land in the 1960s. YouTube link below. And we want to thank Dr. Richmond. This is actually his first video. Now, for those of you who don't know our buddy Dr. Richmond, he's the one that sent us this sheep who has kind of become our mascot. A sister sent those out. Those are invitations to thank you elder, appreciation party. And so, like I said, he's kind of become our mascot. But anyway, it's that Dr. Richmond. And this Kingdom Hall that he's showing in the video, as you can see, and I'm going to put the link down below, it's probably going to be going up for sale any minute, and he thinks they're going to try to get $400,000 to $500,000 for this Kingdom Hall.
So we're going to put a link down below to that video, right?
Yeah, but okay. We're going to go ahead and put the pin because the congregation, they've been dissolved and sent to other congregations. Okay, now this one just came in. I'm probably going to slaughter this one. Manaus, Brazil, Coronado congregation merged into the Beira Rio congregation, so one congregation is dissolved, and that's in Manaus, Brazil. Okay, oh my goodness. I told her I make no guarantees I'm going to be able to pronounce this, and she even gave me the pronunciation. The town is pronounced Polkowice, Poland. One congregation merged into 2, might be another merging soon. I tell you, those Poland activists too, they've got several YouTube channels, and go check it out. They're kicking Watchtower's ass. They really are. Okay, Manteca West congregation in Manteca, California, in the U.S., dissolved. So I'm sure that one's going to be going up for sale soon too. So
wow,
that is a lot.
What an event for Octoberfest.
Yeah, and like I said, that was only about half of the emails. At this point, I still have twice as, I still have just as many that I will try to get through this week.
So just to reiterate what Kim just did, we went from
44.
This pin right here, all the way across here, all the way back this way, and then these 4 right here. Wow.
And now we need to order some more silver pins. Hopefully we'll get them before the next video. If not, there will be a 4th Oktoberfest when we get our pins.
We're going to try to do all of this in 3 videos, and this is video number 2. I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah.
But anyhow, for everybody that's represented from here all the way up through here and in the W, guys, and the old timers and the heart, welcome to your freedom. It's definitely an honor and a pleasure to be able to do these type of videos, because we all recognize that in Watchtower's year-end report they no longer list how many people have been disfellowshipped, and this is kind of a little way to remind the current Jehovah's Witnesses that you're still disfellowshipping. You're still missing members. In this day and age, it's at an alarming rate. So, guys, welcome to your freedom. If there's anything Kim and I can do to help you along the way, we'll try to make ourselves available as much as we possibly can, recognizing that our workload is
difficult.
heavy.
We try our best to help as many as we can and give everybody, the time that they need. But unfortunately, there's just one of me. And I know some of you, your feelings are hurt, and I apologize for that.
But we're only two people.
Yeah.
Like I said before, the face of activism is changing. It's no longer about finding which watchtowers flip-flop doctrines, finding their April Fool's jokes in their literature, showing
Their
how
history.
much their magazines are shrinking by putting the two bound volumes together. All of that helps. But let's not forget that there are many, many Jehovah's Witnesses waking up today that are suffering from some sort of abuse, whether that be child sexual abuse, adult sexual abuse,
Physical.
spousal abuse, physical abuse,
Domestic violence.
And don't discount spiritual abuse.
Yep.
It all plays a part into why everybody is waking up, and I'm sure that every single one of these pins and the ones that we've done in previous years, there's somebody in these coffin lids that have suffered from one of those aforementioned abuses.
All of us.
All of us.
All of us.
All of us.
All of us. So you all have a great weekend, and like I said, stay tuned for my little short video about the UK properties up for sale. We love you, and you have a great weekend.
God bless.
Bye. So if you go to the ibsaproperty.com, you will see this homepage, and then you can see all the properties that Watchtower has up for sale. Even their IBSA Bethel House, Ridgeway. Of course, there's no prices on these. But if you go and click on houses, and this is what tells me how desperate they are getting. Here, let me move this here so you can see the prices. This one here is 1.2 million pounds. Ridgetop, 950,000 pounds. Elbury, POA, I'm not sure what that stands for. This one, Landfall, almost 1.2 million pounds. Another POA, a lot of those. The Ridgeway here, almost 1.4 million pounds. And then when you go to apartments, these are going to be coming up for sale in 2019. A lot of these, when you click on them, they're not quite on the market yet. See, being brought to market in 2019. So this is interesting. Apartment buildings, houses, you name it. Yep, this one's being brought to market in 2019. They got to come up with $35 billion cash real quick. So I'm going to put the link down below to this website so you can check it out.